Good morning to my awesome, wonderful, fantastic first grade scholars. Happy Tuesday. You only have 3 more days of first grade. Wow. And then you guys will be in different classrooms with different teachers next year. So exciting. Keep working hard. You can do it. You've been doing an awesome job this whole year, and you only have 3 more days. So exciting. All right, friends, remember that this week, we are not talking about one specific skill. We're talking about all of the skills that you've learned in first grade. So you're going to answer inferential questions. We're going to talk about character change and character feeling and character motivation. We are going to read through the words and chunk our letters and cross-check. Those are all things that you know how to do from first grade. And so this week we're doing all of those things all together to make sure that you have the skills ready for second grade. Okay, today we are going to read another informational text. Scholars, what is an informational text? Remember, we have text that tells stories, we have text that tells stories and we have informational text. So what is an informational text? Pause your video and answer that question now. I remember that an informational text is a text that gives information. It's a text that gives, yes, it gives us information about something. So let's look at the title of our book today so we can make some inferences on what we're going to learn about. So this book is called My Muscles. This book is called My Muscles. So my question is, what do you think you're going to learn about today? What do you think you're going to get information about today? Pause your video and answer that question now. That's right. We're going to learn about muscles inside of your body. Now, if you don't know what a muscle is, you can look at the picture and it tells you that there are muscles between your ribs, in your arms. You have muscles all over your body. So we're going to learn a little bit more about muscles today. Let's go ahead and get started with our reading. All right, friends, we're going to start with the first page. I want you to pause your video and go ahead and read this page now. Nice job. Pause your video and read this page now. Pause your video and read this page now. Excellent job, friends. Pause your video and read through the words on this page now. Pause your video and read this page now. Pause your video and read this page now. Pause your video and read through the words on this page now. Such good endurance, so many juicy words. You're doing excellent. Go ahead and pause your video and read this page now. Nice job, my friends. Go ahead and pause your video and read this page now. Pause your video and read this page now. Nice reading. We got some juicy words in this book. Keep it up. Keep showing endurance. Go ahead and pause your video and read this page now. Pause your video and read this page now. Pause your video and read this page now. And our last page, go ahead and read the glossary. Remember, a glossary has the words that are bolded and their definitions or their meanings. Go ahead and read the glossary. Pause your video and read the glossary now. Nice reading, an interesting book with new words that many of you might not know. So I hope that my scholars read through the words. Hope that my scholars tried their best because there are some juicy second grade words in this book. Miss Rossi did that on purpose. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. What helps you make the different faces on your face? What do you have on your face that helps you make different faces? Pause your video and answer that question now. In the story, I read that the looks on your face come from muscles. So there are muscles in your face that are working when you frown, smile, act surprised, act proud. These are all muscles in your face that are helping you feel those things. How many muscles does your face have? Pause your video and answer that question now. In the story, I read that my face has 42 muscles. Wow. So if you look at this picture of the little girl, the character, all these little things, you can see all these little muscles all lined in her face. So if you were to take the skin off of your face, you would be able to see 42 muscles. Wow, so interesting. How many kinds of muscles are there? How many kinds of muscles are there? Pause your video and answer that question now. In the story I read, there are 3 kinds of muscles. And if you look in the picture, here are the 3 kinds of muscles. We have skeletal muscles. We have smooth muscles. And we have cardiac muscles. Excellent. Let's go ahead and read more about this. What does the skeletal muscle do? What is the skeletal muscle connected to? What is the skeletal muscle connected to? Pause your video and answer that question now. In the story, I read that it is mostly connected to my bones. So it's kind of like your skeleton. Those are all the muscles in there, and they're connected to your bones. How many skeletal muscles does your body have? How many skeletal muscles does your body have? Pause your video and answer that question now. More than 600 skeletal muscles. Whoa. So your face has 42, but your body has 600 skeletal muscles. Wow, that's a lot. What do skeletal muscles help you do? What do they help you do? Pause your video and answer that question now. In this story, I read that skeletal muscles help you grip, swing, or jump. So your muscles, when you're gripping something, even like a water bottle or a pen, those are your skeletal muscles working. When you're swinging on something, like in the picture, she's swinging off this rope, or when you jump, also your skeletal muscles are working inside of your body. Very cool. What has to work together to help you move? What has to work together to help you move? Pause your video and answer that question now. In this story, I read that my bones and muscles work together with my brain to help me move. So inside your body, you have bones, and near your bones, you have your muscles. They work with your brain to help your body move. How do they work together? How does the brain and your muscles work together? Pause your video and answer that question now. In the story, I read that my brain sends a message to my muscles to write, bike, type, or anything else. So my brain is telling my muscles like, oh, lift your arms, back down, oh, touch your eyes. So your brain is telling your muscles what to do all of the time, and it's going so fast that you don't even know it's happening, which is one of the coolest parts of what the brain can do. What do muscles sometimes pull on? What do muscles sometimes pull on? Pause your video and answer that question now. Muscles pull on your bones to move different parts of your body. In the story, I read that muscles pull on your bones to move different parts of your body. Sometimes they pull on your skin instead of your bones. So the muscles in your face, they pull more on your skin instead of your bones. Other muscles you have pull on your bones to help move your body. If you look at the picture up here, you can see the muscles and the bones working together. So all of you have that inside of your body, which is really cool. What does the smooth muscle do? What does the smooth muscle do? Pause your video and answer that question now. In the story, I read that the smooth muscle helps move things through my body. So if you're eating or you're drinking, you have muscles that allow your food and your water to go through your body. Yes. What is important about the smooth muscle? What is important about the smooth muscle? Pause your video and answer that question now. It does. In the story I read, that the smooth muscle does its job without me even thinking about it. So I don't even have to think about when I eat and drink that my food and water is going to go through my body, because my muscle automatically does it for me. So it's special because you don't think about it. You don't even really know what's happening. It just automatically happens inside of your body, which is so, so cool. What does the cardiac muscle do? What does the cardiac muscle do? Pause your video and answer that question now. In this story, I read that the cardiac muscle helps your heart pump blood. So the cardiac muscle is your heart, and it helps pump blood through your whole body. When does the cardiac muscle work? When does the cardiac muscle work? Pause your video and answer that question now. In the story, I read that the cardiac muscle works all the time and does not rest. So your heart never stops beating when you're alive. So if you're alive, your heart is beating. That's why it is so important that we eat healthy food that help our heart, and we exercise and keep our bodies active so that our heart stays healthy and it can pump blood throughout our whole body. If our heart is not healthy, our body is not healthy, and it can be really, really, really hard to stay healthy if you don't have a good heart. Nice job. Friends, how do we know when our muscles are working? How do we know when our muscles are working? Pause your video and answer that question now. In the story I read, I can feel my heartbeat to know my cardiac muscle is working. Okay, so we're gonna do something cool. So you can either put your hands on your chest and feel your heartbeat. You gotta be really still. Or you can take 2 fingers and put it on your wrist. So right here you have a pulse, which means you have a heartbeat on your wrist, and you gotta be really, really still though, and you can feel your heart beating through your body. I feel mine. So friends, try that now. You can pause your video if you want, but put 2 hands on your chest and you can feel your heart beating, or put it on your wrist. That's your cardiac muscle. It's working right now. So cool, I love that. How do we know when our smooth muscles are working? How do we know when our smooth muscles are working? Pause your video and answer that question now. In the story I read, I know when my smooth muscles are working when I have to go to the bathroom, because remember, the smooth muscles deal with your food and your water. And remember, any waste that you have, that's why you use the bathroom. So your smooth muscles help your food and your water go through your body. When do we know our skeletal muscles are working? When do we know our skeletal muscles are working? Pause your video and answer that question now. In the story, I read that my skeletal muscles work anytime I move. So whenever I move, hands up, hands down, hands in front, your skeletal muscles are working. Wow. So you can do this to find your cardiac muscle. When you go to the bathroom, you're using your skeletal muscles. And anytime you move, you're using your, smooth muscles when you're eating and drinking, going to the bathroom. Skeletal muscles are being worked anytime you move. Wow. So cool to be using all 3 different kinds of muscles. So friends, what happens when someone asks you to show them your muscles? What are you going to say? Good. In the story, you're going to say, which kind? So if someone says, show me your muscles, you're going to say, which kind of muscle? My skeletal muscle, my smooth muscle, or my cardiac muscle? Wow, you guys sound like future doctors. I love that. So cool. And lastly, we have our glossary. Okay, I'm going to ask you one last question, a 2nd grade question, a push question that's going to make you use some schema to then give the answer. My question is, why are muscles important? Why are muscles important? I want you to think. I want you to use your sentence stem, and I want you to answer. Pause your video and answer that question now. In the story I read that muscles help us do things like move our body, eat food, and help our heart pump. So that makes me think that muscles are important for us to stay alive. Yeah, muscles are important in our bodies because they help our bodies work, and we need our bodies to be alive and to be humans. So I know that muscles are important because they help my body and they help me stay alive. That's exactly right. You need muscles in your body. You need all three different kinds of muscles to stay alive and to keep your body doing the things that it's doing. Nice job, my friends, with your reading. We had some juicy words in that book. Raise your hand if you did not give up, even if you got to a hard word. Wow, I'm so proud of you if you showed endurance. Excellent job. A couple of reminders. Please watch Miss Marsh, Miss Javity, and Miss Cherney's videos today. Please play 30 minutes of Lexia, 30 minutes of Zern, and please read a story to someone in your house or call your teachers to read a story to them. Second grade is really soon, and summertime is really soon, and summer is so much fun, but we want to make sure that you are still getting your brains ready for second grade, because second grade can be a little bit hard. We want to make sure that you're all ready, okay? Say, I can do it. Yes, you can. Okay, also, friends, we have our last Zoom party on Thursday at 4 o'clock. We're doing a celebration, so please come Thursday at 4 o'clock to our Zoom party. We can't wait to see you there. Friends, love you. I'm so proud of you. See you back here tomorrow. Mwah.